Hey guys, this is Josh with Blog of Speed, and I am here in the 2013 Nissan Juke. I apologize again about the video editing. Adobe Premiere and I still aren't seeing eye to eye, so I'm sorry if this isn't watermarked and not amazing. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about this Juke because I think it's a really fun car. It's got a 1.6 turbo engine and a manual transmission. This particular car is front-wheel drive SL trim. It's an atomic gold, which suits the car pretty well. It's a different color. It's very bright. I kind of like it on this car. There are a lot of quirky styling features, and some might call it weird. I think it's definitely not designed for the US market, but I actually really like it. Think of it as a hot hatch on stilts. That's definitely not knocking it in any way. It's just it handles very well. Corners very flat. The suspension is stiff, but very well damped. It's actually a pretty comfortable car for how stiff it is. I'm pretty blown away. It's a little small inside, but it is a compact crossover. And I don't know if I really love the word crossover for this because it handles so well and it does everything so nicely and is a lot of fun to drive. So I really don't like calling it a crossover because I think it's more hatchback than anything. The cargo room's decent. It's not a huge car. The rear seat room actually doesn't look so big, but once you get in it, it's not bad. There's an indent in the headliner right here, so you can fit your head back there. It works pretty well. This trim, the SL, has these lovely black leather or vinyl, I'm not sure, seats with cool red stitching, red piping inserts, gray metallic accents on the interior. It's pretty nice. I like it. However, I don't recommend this particular trim. What I would recommend you guys, because you're watching Blog of Speed, obviously, I'd recommend you guys get the Juke Nismo. It is actually a bit cheaper than this car. It has cloth Nismo seats. It comes in all-wheel drive and manual with the turbo motor. And it has 10 more horsepower from an improved exhaust. So I would highly recommend, if you're looking, you get that. I don't much like leather because I live in Miami and most of the year it's really hot. And leather or vinyl doesn't breathe too well. I far prefer fabric. But if you're in a northern climate, you might be happy to know the SL model does have seat heaters right here. I haven't used them at all in Miami other than pranking my friends, and they work pretty well. They get hot fairly quickly. They don't burn your rear end. But anyway, back to the point. This Juke, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I really do like what Nissan is doing lately, and I've got to say this car really won me over. It's a lot of fun to drive. Barely any turbo lag, even though I don't care. It's a manual. I just drive it like it wants to be driven. We also recorded a 0 to 60 time of 7.7 seconds, which I thought was really impressive. There's a little boost gauge spiel over here on the climate control. You can swap between climate and other car functions. It's really cool. If you put it in sport mode, you can hit 60 miles an hour in second. That's one of the reasons why this car posted a 7.7 second 0 to 60 run. In normal, it didn't quite hit 60. So Nissan, kudos to you for doing that. It really makes a difference not having that shift. I know many of you think you can shift so fast. It's just better not to have a shift. For example, one of the cars we had a few weeks ago, Fiat Abarth actually, did 0 to 60 in 8 seconds. Now, the only reason it did it in 8 seconds and the Juke was faster was because you could not go past 59.5 miles an hour in second in the Abarth as hard as you tried. I'm just throwing it out there because I think Nissan did a really good job at that. Like I said, I would prefer the Nismo. However, I would really suggest, if you're looking for a car in the $23,000 to $26,000 range, you look at the Juke Nismo, the Juke SL, the Juke SV, all the models. They're really fun to drive, and I've really enjoyed my week with it. The only downside is, because it is so much fun to drive, you'll probably not get very good gas mileage in it if you're driving spiritedly. I got mid-20s driving really poorly, if I'm honest, in Miami traffic, and it's not bad. The only thing that's maybe a detriment, if you're really trying to nitpick, the gas tank's pretty small. It held 10 gallons when I was out. So, you know, the range on the car, if you're driving really aggressively, isn't going to be terribly great, but it's really a non-issue. It's not like it's an electric car where you need to wait 30 minutes to fuel up. Gas stations are pretty common, I'm sure I don't have to tell you. But all in all, really, really happy with this Juke. The stereo, I figure I mention it, by Rockford Fosgate. It's a little bass heavy, but turn the bass down and it's pretty good. Really nice to listen to. It's got XM, Bluetooth, satellite radio. The only strange omission on the car is no Bluetooth audio streaming, but I'd rather have something fun to drive than Bluetooth audio streaming any day, though hopefully Nissan can add that next year maybe. All in all, I'm pretty smitten with the little Juke. It's a lot of fun. It's, like I said, it's like a hot hatch, only a little taller, and I really like it. The only thing I'd recommend against with the Juke, don't go get the CVT. I think CVT transmissions are great for efficiency, but in this car, the manual is so much fun that you can't get the CVT. Just don't. Just buy a manual. And I mean, it's a great package. What can I say? From the quirky touches on the interior, to the touches on the exterior, and everything in between. It's just, it makes you smile when you drive it and when you look at it, and it's just a pretty special car. As you can see, I really like it. So in this price segment, it's definitely good to go to. It's not necessarily going to win any drag races, but it's really fun to drive. So I really like it. As a daily driver, this thing's pretty sweet. That's really all I got on the Nissan Juke. Like I said, 1.6 turbo. It's a really fun little package. Definitely, if you're in the market for a compact crossover, there I said that word again, or, you know, a hatchback or a car around 25 grand, just go and look at the Juke, because it's a lot of fun. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the 2013 Nissan Juke. Hope you guys have a great Friday, and stay tuned for my next review. Have a good one.